What up, chat? Yeah, people. How does it end that live? But what I really coming to say is they haven't Maroon in United Island, right? But this is like gonna be quick and fast. I know some people gonna vex with me. but I really don't care. They haven't Maroon in United Island. That's number one. Now, what is the meaning of maroon? That's the thing I want to know. What is the meaning of maroon? What is the purpose of maroon? Why do they have maroon? Do we just have it maroon because we want to beat jump? Or do we just have it maroon because we want to say we have it maroon or to portray we have a culture? What is the purpose of maroon? This is the thing I want to ask people. What is the purpose of maroon? Because it seems like nobody don't know why they have it maroon. You understand me? Nobody don't know why they have it maroon. It's just like, to me, as I say, people gonna vex, but it is what it is. Maroon seems like it's just some people just get together and they just say, listen, we're gonna maroon and just go and just try a thing. No. Maroon, back when I know myself growing up with Susanna Gayman, Jim Bam Bam, all these great maroon dancers and ancestors, as we call them. Maroon used to be a special culture. It wasn't to bring rain for us to drink, as people saying. That was never about maroon. It wasn't about trying to bring rain for us to drink, forget drinking water, nothing like that. Maroon was a culture of offering, sharing, and most of all, portraying the culture for the crops. If I'm wrong, somebody could correct me. Everybody's subject to correction. Big jump dancing wasn't a culture where they just beat jump. They either beat it when they have marriage, stuff like that. You understand? There's some events and things they used to beat drum. But now, the culture has been portrayed as they want some dancers down at an event somewhere. Let me go make a quick money. They take a bunch of them, carry them all over the place, and it is what it is. As I say, some people ain't gonna like the what I'm saying, but it's the honest truth and how I feel and my opinion and how I think. Now, me see all body ringing maroon bell. All body ringing bell. What is the purpose of you ringing the maroon bell? Or this little person or that body ringing maroon bell? Everybody that's ringing. Shut me live as soon as it comes in because this one is a hot aisle. Quick and fast, hot aisle. All body ringing bell. Now, when you're having maroon, you cannot have maroon and nobody prepare the land for planting so they can have good crop for harvest. People don't plant land. I don't see the purpose of maroon no more. I really don't. Now they want to turn it into a festival where they could make money and capitalize on maroon. Can they do that? To an extent. But what is the meaning of maroon? What is the purpose? Why do they have maroon? And that is the thing I'm trying to get at. You understand? So, if nobody in planting, because Miss Susanna used to plant, my grandfather used to plant. Um, we else used to plant in Clifton? James Koji them across they used to plant. Miss Lydian, Tanti Vinita, Tanti Rubina used to plant. Miss Harvey used to plant. Corinne used to plant. Who else used to plant in the flat there? Them people got up by the Sun Road there. China and them mother there. Them used to plant in the back up there. Miss Villera. Who used to plant again? Tillina used to plant and them. Couple of older people in the Ashton. A lot of people used to plant in Ashton, up in the valley, up in Bardo especially. Same as my mother used to plant. A lot of people used to plant in Valley and Ashton. Clifton Ashton used to plant a lot of crops. I'm talking about sand potato. When you go into the beach on Sunday time, you could have passed all the way Jamak, a hotel there now. That was sand. They used to plant potato in the back there. And all them. And you know, Netherlands had special grade of corn. Special grade of corn they used to use that the gen and the peas, that the gen peas, that certain black and red corn they used to grow. Different grade of corn, etc. Long time, Shoreline, long time. I come to blow some steam and throw some fire upon the maroon. I'm not burning down Union. So, a lot of people used to plant back in the days. A lot of people. People used to plant a lot of fruit trees up in Clifton, up in Fort. In Clifton, used to have a lot of mango trees. I used to go up there as a little boy and pick mango. The mango dead out, because nobody cleaning them. That would, you saw let me show you. You saw the culture said, go away. So now, we'll come back to the future. Hold on. I'm going to go back in the history when I remember things. They used to have hog plum tree. All by society, all listen. We used to go down and pick hog plum. It had another one in the corner by the well, and they turned to go up Cush well. You understand? But the hospital national had a big hog plum. You see, they start cutting down the land now. They start cutting down the land, and they start throwing away, getting rid of the fruit trees in them because of development. So, all these people used to plant different crops. The cassava, they used to plant cassava, all of this stuff. And after a while now, the people them started die out little by little, and the younger generation never pick up the baton of planting fruit trees and crops for harvest. So the topsoil, a lot of the topsoil started wash away. You know, had grape trees, they start cutting them down to put hotels, all type of stuff. You understand me, people? They start cutting down the grape trees. They start cutting down the almond trees. They start cutting down the common cherry trees, tamarind tree. They start cutting, and they planting, man. So, it come now where the last person I know plant crops in Union was a guy from Greg's name, some Bap. I think it's Bap in name. Or Sacco, one of them. Been planted by the power station in Clifton. That was the last time I know they plant. Somebody plant a big yield in Clifton. So all this planting, the people and them, they turn to fast food and they stop plant. You understand? They stop planting the land in Union, so a lot of the soil wash away. Before we can get to the maroon, we're coming back to the maroon. So me as a little boy growing up in Union, I used to see Miss Susanna and all of them planting. And who will share the crops when they done yield the crop? They will share it, who that to share, give, who that to give, sell without to sell. And they will dry without to dry to make chili baby. Imagine chili baby, and it's a union again. Don't tell all the things. It's a union gone. When we was a little boy growing up, it's chili baby and thing we used to eat for snacks. Chili baby, dukuna, and all them things. Pay me. I can't if you tell one young person, right now, but I don't get me mad this evening now, I'll tell you. Nobody in young person in union cannot make pay me. They talk about one, go ask them about pay me. No young body can make pay me. From the age of 18, I could say right now, to 30 years of age in union and cannot make pay me. You understand me? They cannot make pay me. If you ask one young person in union right now, what is a hoe? You know what I can tell you? A woman would sell the body. If you ask somebody what is a hoe, they're going to tell you a woman who does sell the body. They ain't going to know what is a hoe now. They ain't going to know a hoe is a hoe that just walk land with her. Like, they ain't going to know that is a hoe. They're going to tell you a woman is a hoe. You understand me? If anybody want to join the live, just send the request and come in. A little blade is this fire for the union people. Because they do not know what is a hoe. If you ask any young body what is a hoe, they do not know. If you ask them what is a matak, they do not know what is a matak. You understand? And these are the things that wipe off the face of the earth in union and the simple tools that they use to plant. Don't you know fork and rake and shovel? That's it. Ask them what is a matak. Oh, they don't know. So now the ancestors, they're mad. The ancestors, they're very, very upset. So all this water situation, we can get to that too. If we could get to it. This is a quick line. So now, I get up this morning. A couple of days ago, I did lie down and I get up and I write this post about the ancestors. They're mad when I hear the thing with union and the water system. Now, because they have a little dry weather, everybody jump up about, oh, government shipping this. You're not accustomed to a dry weather. That is not nothing new. You're not dry weather for years. It's nothing new. You get me? So now they have it on social media saying union with Ralph and water system, man. All that is BS. You know, we've been going systems since we little boys. People used to fight for water up in the systems. Get up 4, 5, 4 3 o'clock in the morning to grab your bucket to get water. So water system, that's like, as a man as the Bible say, kick out that. But the maroon now, you cannot have maroon and you're not planting the land. And now they're saying Union Maroon. Is it Union Maroon or Ashton Maroon? Because last time I checked it used to have Clifton Maroon and Ashton Maroon. Now they're saying Union Maroon, but it seems like still is a Ashton Maroon. And I know, as I say, a lot of people get vexed, but I don't care. That look like it's that Maroon look like it's a group of people that's trying to have a little something for whatever they call it. That ain't no Maroon to me. Is it you having Ashton Maroon or you having Clifton Maroon? If you're having Union Maroon and you bring everything as one Maroon, where are the Clifton people that involved in that cooking today and the ceremony in terms of the celebration tonight? Kick out that. Because if you doubted Clifton Maroon and you doubted Ashton Maroon and you're having one Maroon, the two villages, tongue, whatever you want to call it, supposed to come together and have one big Maroon, which everybody is involved to have the Maroon. And people do not have Maroon for rainwater for drink. That is a secondary matter in the Maroon. You have the Maroon because of planting. That is the meaning behind it. So now, when you have a Maroon, that from what I remember, somebody's supposed to get a dream or vision to know when to go and ring the bell, where the right now it seems like they're cooking the food anyway. Anyway they get that off, they could just go and cook the food. You're supposed to know where they're supposed to cook the food. The special ground is supposed to go and cook the food. And there's a special junction you're supposed to have the maroon. You want to seem like you're going to have an Ashton and Clifton rain. You know what it seems like. So, you're not supposed to go and cook food anyway. You're supposed to get the vision to know. And if you're a fornicator and you're doing bad things in your life and you're doing wrong thing you're not supposed to do, you're not supposed to have no bell say ringing bell. It's special people that get these visions. Special people that get these visions. I'm telling you. And anybody not supposed to be ringing bell. No little body not supposed to be touching bell to go ring bell. None of that. Cut that out. You understand? The ancestors are mad. The ancestors of them is mad. Hold on, people. So, when they're the maroon, right? And they get the dream. You get up in the morning or whatever, you're going to ring the bell. You summons the junction. We're supposed to beat the drum. You summons the place we're supposed to go and cook the food. Even the place we're cooking the food is supposed to be blessed. So if you know you have bad deeds, you're not supposed to go and say you're blessed in place or you're having this or you're having that. No, it don't work like that. It don't. You understand? It don't work like that. If you're a fornicator and you have bad things going on in your life, you're not supposed to go and say you're throwing rum and you're doing this. Another thing again, quick and fast, about this maroon situation. When you having maroon, right? We're not going to throw the can in the sea this morning and all of that. You're not supposed to do that. They do the thing backwards. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do it. From my knowledge and understanding of when you're making the offering, what's it called them? You don't call them, they don't video out there. I could go watch the video on them. You want to put me trouble, people have me for hanging on it. When you don't cook the food, everybody not supposed to just come on and walk up and say, give me a plate and this and that. No, that's not as a maroon. That's not as a maroon. But give me a plate and give me some more meat and give me the... No. Certain people, the elderly is supposed to eat first before anybody else. But you're supposed to have enough food where you're supposed to go and throw a portion of the food in the sea you're supposed to feed the sea, and then you're supposed to take a portion of the food to the cemetery and you sprinkle it out on the graves and them for the dead. And then we left back here the portion before, the portion for the night. You understand? You had the portion for the night where people could, while the drum and them beating, people could go and get food. You can't go and maroon and say, oh, sure, all the food and when he done. No, it's not so. They're doing things backwards. So the ancestors, they're mad. And I'll be careful how they get around this year. Because normally when you don't have the offering, like Jus-ah is supposed to come himself this evening or tonight. You understand? Or the next week or so. Yes, as the maroon director. You understand? So the foolishness what they're doing right now concerning maroon, they ain't doing anything on them right. They're not doing it right, trust me. The ancestors them pissed. That is the reason why we had a factory reset of burial. You are not planting the land. The ancestors them is totally mad at the people. Are they starting to party and fornicate more than anything else? You understand? Now, you're supposed to have a portion of people that's supposed to be baking. That's supposed to be making sorrel juice and ginger juice. You understand? Ginger beer. That's what they normally give out when maroon time. Ginger beer and sorrel. Then you have the people who bake in the sweetbread and the buns and stuff. So when the kids and them come finish school, they're supposed to have these stuff in the junction or the crossroad or whatever to give the kids when they're coming from school. That's how I know and grew up meeting maroon. You understand? But you had a vision. I'm telling you, that's how it's supposed to be. The kids them supposed to get their portion of the buns and juice, which is supposed to be ginger juice or sorrel juice. But you see, they can't have sorrel juice because of certain things. People are getting an important call. I gotta cut this live. We'll continue this live tomorrow, people. We'll continue this live. Get an important call. I'll take this call.